So for our systems video 3, we're going to start looking at systems of linear inequalities. So a system of linear inequalities just means that we have two or more linear inequalities that are graphed together. So make sure you have all of that written down. And then so your solution to a system. So yesterday we learned that there was 3 types of solutions, where they intersect, or there's no solution if they're parallel lines. But today we're looking at solutions to a system of linear inequalities. So the solution is your overlapping region, because we have to remember with an inequality, it's the shaded region where your solutions are. So the overlapping region of points that satisfies both inequalities. So what we'll end up doing is we'll have to solve both of them for y, we'll graph both of the lines, and then we'll see where they overlap. So looking at number 6. So here's my first one, 2x plus 4y is less than or equal to 12. So we need to solve this equation for y so we can graph it. So you're going to subtract 2x from both sides, bring down your 4y, bring down your symbol, rearrange the other side so it's negative 2x plus 12, divide everything by 4, the number in front of the y. We're left with y is less than or equal to negative 1/2 x plus 3. Let me give you a second, make sure you have that written down. And then we're going to graph it by hand. So I'm going to start at my y-intercept, so it's a positive 3. So 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to use my slope, which is negative 1/2. It's rise over run. It's a negative 1, so I'm going to go down 1 over 2. There's 1 point, down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2. So I have about 4 lines there. Then you want to use a straight edge, and we're going to draw our line. You need to remember it's less than or equal to, which means it is a solid line. So connect your points with a solid line. So there's my line, put my arrow. Then remember it's less than, so I'm going to be shading below. So there is for that line, and because it's a system, I have to graph both lines. So then we have 3x minus y is less than 2. I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides, bring down my negative y, bring down my sign, rearrange so it's negative 3x plus 2. So keep in mind, this one's kind of tricky because it's not a negative y, it's a negative 1y. So we have to divide everything by the number in front of the y, which is a negative 1. Bring down your y. Because you divided by a negative, you have to flip the symbol. Negative 3 divided by negative 1 is a positive 3x. 2 divided by negative 1 is a negative 2, which makes it minus 2. So to graph this line now, I'm going to start. Here's my origin. My y-intercept is negative 2. 3 over 1 is my slope. So I'm going to go up to 3 over 1. Up to 3 over 1. Up to 3 over 1. Just remember, the more points you have, the better your line is. So this is a greater than symbol. So that means that it is a dotted line. So I'm going to connect my points using a dotted line. Put arrows on the end. And then shade. It says y is greater than, so I'm going to shade above. And if you see, you can see where the pink and purple are matching up. Whatever falls right here, you can kind of see it. This is my solution. I put an S because it is your solutions. Let's look at the points they give us. Negative. So now, let's find a solution that satisfies both inequalities. So negative 3, 2. Here's my origin. 2, 3. Well, there's negative 3, 2, so that's a solution. Let's go check the rest of our answers. So 6, 4. Well, that's not a solution. What about negative 1? Then it's negative 7. Well, if you see, that falls out of the purple, so it's in the pink, but it's not in the purple, so that's not a solution. And then 5, negative 2, is also just in the pink, but not in the purple. So you can see your solution is only going to be the negative 3, 2. So let's try one more. Let's look at the bottom one. I know it's a lot, but it's okay. It's just extra practice. If we look at this one, we got lucky. We don't have to solve for y, so it'll be a little bit easier. So with my pink pen, I'm going to graph y is less than 2x plus 2. So start with your y-intercept. Remember, if it's y is less than 2x plus 2, my slope is 2 over 1. So up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. It's a less than symbol, so that's going to be a dashed line or dotted. So let's connect our points with a dotted line. Put your arrows on the end. And then don't forget to shade. So it's less than, so we're going to be shading below. So let's do our second line. Y is greater than or equal to negative x plus 1. So y is greater than or equal to negative x plus 1. My y-intercept will be 1. Your slope, there's a negative 1 over 1. Since it's negative 1, I'm going to go down first, then over, down and over 1, down and over 1. So the slope is negative 1. Your symbol to connect your points is y is greater than or equal to. If it's equal to, that means it is a solid line. So connect your points. Then you need to remember to shade the region. It's greater than or equal to, so we'll be shading up here. And now you can see where the purple and the pink are overlapping. Where the purple and pink overlap, that's your solution set. So let's see which of these points falls in there. So 0, and remember when you're graphing them, it's x comma y. X is side to side, y is up and down. So 0, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's only in the purple, so that's not a solution. 2, 0, that is a solution. If you see it falls in the overlapping region. Negative 1, negative 3 is only in the pink. Negative 6, positive 4, that is not in any shaded region, so it is also not a solution.